Hopefully many of you already know me, and for those of you that don't, welcome and thank you for watching today. I'm just checking to make sure that this is streaming, and it looks like it is. So today I'm going to give a, and I just noticed an error here. Sorry about that. That is for an upcoming session. So let's do this. See if that fixes it. Here we go. Okay. So thank you all for joining me today. I am going to go through a quick market update, county by county. I'll be talking about St. Mary's, Calvert, and Charles counties. If you have specific questions regarding an area within one of those counties, maybe your neighborhood, or maybe you're outside of the Tri-County area, send me a message and I will get you information regarding your specific area. So before I jump in, I would love it if you shared this stream to your page. Just the more people that can see it, the better. If you have any questions, comment. But if you comment a question, make sure that you do it on the original feed on my business page, because if you comment a question on a shared post, I will not see it. And I'm watching on my page. There's a little bit of a delay, but if you ask a question, I will get to it. If for some reason I don't see it or I don't get to it while I'm live, I will be checking this post regularly just to make sure that I get back to everybody. You can always send me a message if you have a question also, or call or text me at 240-587-1687. So I will get started. Let's talk about the current market conditions. I'm just going to go through some information, basically some statistics, so that you can see how the market is doing. Because the biggest thing that I hear is, homes must not be selling with everything going on. And while so much has changed given the current situation with COVID-19, homes are still selling, homes are still being listed, buyers are still buying, and the deals are still closing. But yes, a lot has changed. So let me just jump into the market statistics, and then we'll go into the top 5 things that you need to know if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, the top 5 things that have changed the most. Okay, so first let's talk about St. Mary's County. And also after I finish this live stream, I will post, I have a graphic that I made that breaks down these statistics so that you can go back and reference them, and you can download it if you want. So St. Mary's County, these stats are for the month of March, and I pulled them straight from the MLS. So in St. Mary's County, 158 homes sold with an average sales price of $319,224. So about $319,000 was the average sales price. And the average time on the market was 47 days. So that's pretty good. That is a low number. A lot of homes are selling within the first week. Different types of properties are taking longer, but the average is 47 days from the time that it goes on the market to the time that we receive a contract and go under contract. So active in St. Mary's County, there are 313 homes actively on the market or in coming soon status, and 320 homes are currently under contract or pending in St. Mary's County. So, I mean, that is a huge indicator that yes, homes are still selling. 320 homes currently under contract. Calvert County, 146 homes sold in March. And the average sales price was pretty high, $384,000, just over $384,000, with an average time on the market of 61 days. Again, those are really, really strong numbers. Currently in Calvert County, there are 325 homes active or in coming soon status. And then under contract, 272 homes in Calvert County today, currently under contract. I mean, those are huge numbers. And then we have Charles County in March, 255 homes sold with an average sales price of $336,000 and average time on the market only 43 days. There are currently in Charles County 421 homes active or in coming soon status. And listen to this, 513 homes in Charles County currently under contract. I mean, again, things have changed and the way things are happening has changed so much. But yeah, homes are selling and they are selling well. So it's great news for both buyers and sellers. Okay, so let me jump into the top 5 things that you need to know if you're thinking about buying or selling a home. So I'm going to talk about the 5 big milestones in the sales process and how it's changed. So these are going to be important to you whether you're thinking about buying or selling. So number 1, showings. The way we do showings is completely different. There are fewer showings because we're doing a lot more research up front to make sure that we are only looking at the home that is the likely winner. We are not going out and looking at a ton of homes. If we're looking at any at all, we are generally looking at only one, and that is to confirm what we believe to be true, that is the one that you want to place an offer on. There are also times when we are not looking at any and still placing an offer sight unseen. If we do go to look at a home in person, it's more likely that we'll make that trip if the home is vacant. There are some exceptions to that with occupied homes, but we can talk more about that on a case-by-case basis. Now, per Governor Hogan's executive order and the interpretation released by the Maryland Association of Realtors, no more than 3 people should be in a home at any time. So that includes the agent. This means no extra people. No family members, no friends, nobody except for the people that are signing the contract. And then, of course, we take any precautions that we can. Right now we're supposed to wear a mask anytime you leave your house. Sanitizers, hand washing. Not touching anything that's unnecessary. Shoe covers if we have them, which I do. Hey, I just got a question. What if you have kids? Then they need to not come. There can only be 3 people, regardless of age, in a home at one time. But we can take lots of pictures to show them later. Thank you for the question. Okay, and I have linked in the description of this video to a blog post that will give more information regarding home showings during the COVID-19 pandemic. So make sure you click that link after today's live stream and get more information about what to expect if you are going to be home shopping during this time. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is lending. So people have so many questions that, the stock market's going crazy and we keep hearing about, all sorts of things changing with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. If you've been following that at all, I'm sure you've heard all sorts of things and, it's constantly changing. So the answer to the question, can I still get financing, is yes. Things have changed though. There are stricter guidelines. Some loan products have changed minimum requirements. Some loan options have halted altogether, not the mainstream loan options, but certain grant programs have stopped or changed guidelines. Turnaround times might be a little bit longer just due to staffing issues in the different departments, and the amount of loans coming through is the number's high, so that affects turnaround times anyways. Also look for a future live stream. My next one is going to be all about financing. I'm going to be interviewing Arlene Dean of First Home Mortgage, and we are going to talk about all of the different loan types and what to expect, what changes have been made, and what you need to do to put yourself in the best position to have a good transaction and get the best loan options available. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And watch for an announcement for when we'll be doing that. So the next thing that has changed are the procedures for completing inspections and appraisals. Inspections used to be done with the agent and the buyers present. That is not happening right now. Not only is that to fall into the stay-at-home order guidelines and the 3-person rule guidelines, but it is what all of the inspectors that I work with have put into their updated procedures. No buyers, no sellers, no agents. They complete a very thorough inspection and provide us with an excellent report. And then they're also available by phone if we have any questions after reviewing that report. So we're not losing, any quality there. It's just a different way of doing it to make sure that we're keeping everybody safe and healthy. Let's see. So with appraisals, there are actually a lot of them that are happening without ever going into the home. Some of them still are, but there are some situations where lenders are accepting appraisals that are just based on drive-by inspections and the pictures and videos available online. So that has changed quite a bit as well. And appraisers that are going into homes are just asking that sellers, clean things before and after they come in and open all of the doors, turn all the lights, and make sure the attic access and crawl space accesses are open so that they don't have to touch things. Next thing is documents. So this has been something we've done for a long time, implementing electronic systems to complete documents, and but it's definitely being pushed even further. So we're not meeting to talk about contracts and review paperwork. We're doing that all electronically, and then those conversations are happening either on the phone or through FaceTime or Zoom and virtual methods. So all the documents and discussions will be electronic, at least for the foreseeable future. And then number 5 is your closing. So we are very close to having the ability to close your deal totally electronically without having to go to the settlement table, meaning all of your loan documents will soon be able to be signed electronically, but we are not quite there yet. That system has not been fully approved by the state of Maryland or implemented by lenders and title companies just yet. So even if you heard that things could be digitally notarized, yes, that was enacted by the state of Maryland, but it has not been accepted or implemented by all the different people and organizations that are involved. So while we're very, very close to being able to do that, we're not quite there yet. So a settlement still looks different though. We're not all meeting in one room together, buyers, sellers, title companies, lenders, and agents. We are generally doing split settlements where the buyer is signing in one room, the seller is settling in another room. No agents, lenders, friends, or family are allowed. So we're keeping the number of people to a room down to a minimum. And then, of course, implementing the normal list of safety procedures like hand washing and sanitizing and cleaning the room and, wiping things down, that sort of thing. So settlements definitely look very different, although they have not quite transitioned to an all virtual process just yet. I have also linked to a blog post that I wrote called The New Virtual, Real Estate Transaction. I might have that name wrong, but you'll find that linked in the description of this video. Definitely want to check that out. I kind of walk through the entire sales process and which portions have been switched over to a virtual way of doing things, and kind of what to expect. So it's really kind of cool, the things that we can do digitally and how we can, still go through the entire sales process without risking health and safety. We're taking a lot of safety precautions, doing almost everything from home. I definitely encourage you staying home and being healthy and safe as much as possible. And we can, we just have a ton of ways that we can do that and still help you to buy or sell your home. So message me if you are thinking about buying or selling. It might not be the right time for everybody. And if it is not, I can't stress this enough, don't push it. If it's not the right time, don't do it. Stay home, be safe. And I totally understand if it isn't the right time for you. But if it is, or if you're not sure, message me and we'll talk about your specific situation and we will come up with the right plan to make sure that we get you where you need to be. So I'm going to move to questions. Hi, Mike. Mike asked, do you provide gloves? So I actually tried to buy gloves not that long ago and I wasn't able to find any. I have boot covers. I have tissues where you can grab things, open doors and stuff with tissues. I have soap that I can bring for hand washing. So a lot of things that I do have. Gloves is not one of the ones that I've been able to get my hands on yet, but I will try, or if you know where I can find them, definitely let me know because I think it's really important. Except I see people wearing gloves, touching things, and then touching their face. So it could be one of those things that gives you a false sense of security. I don't know. Maybe we just don't touch our face. What do you think? As I'm touching my face, sorry. Thank you, Mike. Hope you stay safe too. I'm glad you found it helpful. So I have a couple of questions that came in before I started this. The first one was, I'm thinking about selling, but should I wait? So would it be better for you to wait? And again, it really is a case-by-case thing. There are a ton of different things that you need to consider when deciding if it's the right time for you, because there are definitely risks involved. Is the home that you're selling vacant or occupied? If it's a vacant, it's a great time to sell it. We have so many things that we can do. And if you're not coming and going from that home, it's a vacant home is definitely, it's a good time to sell. If it's occupied, you might want to take some different things into consideration. Do you have the time and ability to clean before and after people come? And just make sure that you're taking all of those precautions. Are you willing to, do that and take the time to do that? And do you want to sell or do you need to sell? Kind of weigh the different options. Overall, though, inventory is so low because a lot of people have opted to wait, that if you are in a good position to sell, it is a great time because, as you know, if supply is low, demand is high. And we are definitely seeing that. I have been in several multiple offer situations with buyers in the last month, in the last 30 days, and with my listings. So my listings have had multiple offers on many of them. And my buyers have been in multiple offer situations several times. So we are seeing that, supply is low, causing demand to be high. And also rates are low. So it's a good time for buyers to buy if they are in a position to do so. Let's see. So again, many factors to consider. So I just recommend reach out to me if you're thinking about selling, and we can talk about your specific situation and kind of figure out if it's the right time for you or not. Okay, so next question that came in earlier was, I want to buy, but I'm worried that I won't be able to find a home. Do you think I should just wait? So yeah, there are a lot of, like I said, multiple offer situations because inventory is low and demand is high. Does not mean that we will not find the home for you. So if you are thinking about buying, I recommend considering it because it's a good time. Rates are low, and I recommend you start by getting your pre-approval so that you're ready if the right house comes on the market, because if the right house comes on the market, you need to be prepared to move very quickly on it. The good homes that are priced correctly, marketed well, they are not lasting long. So you have to be fully prepared to make that offer as soon as it becomes available. So number one, get pre-approved, know your limits, know what you're looking for, know what price range you're in, what loan type you're using, if you have any restrictions, do that. So send me a message if you're thinking about buying, and I'll get you in contact with a lender that can get you pre-approved and ready to go. So that's the first way to set yourself up for success in a market where there's a lot of competition for each home. Number one. Number two, just because the right home is not on the market doesn't mean that I can't find it for you. I have a huge database of people that have expressed an interest in selling over the years. And a lot of times I can match you with somebody that is not on the market. There are lots of creative ways that I have to find you a home. I have done all sorts of crazy things. I have canvassed neighborhoods. I have door knocked. I have put out ads with the list of criteria, the list of features and locations and price ranges that I'm looking for. I have found homes for buyers regardless of the inventory in some really crazy ways. So just because you're not seeing the perfect home on the market does not mean that I can't find it for you. So if you are considering buying, but not sure if you should wait due to low inventory or just the crazy market, reach out to me, send me a message or text me at 240-587-1687. And we will talk about that, because it's, definitely possible to find you the perfect home, even if you're not seeing it on the market today. So you want to start with getting a pre-approval and then talk to me about the options and, what might be possible for you. So I hope that answered your question. And then I kind of touched on this third question already. The question is, can I still get financing? So yes, guidelines have changed. Some of the programs, the minimum qualifications have changed. But overall, yes, you can get financing as long as you qualify for the loan that you're applying for. If you go back to the statistics of the number of homes that are closing, I think you'll see that definitely you can still get financing and you can still buy or sell a home. If the time is right for you and you are in the right position, it is a good time. Again, I know that not everybody is, it's not a good time for everybody for various reasons. Buying or selling, it may not be the right time for you right now, but if it is, there could be a good opportunity for you right now. So, the thing I'll say is that everybody's situation is totally different. So while I tried to give a lot of information today about buying or selling during, the COVID-19 pandemic and just the crazy situation that we're in and the market that we are in right now, and I hope that information is useful to you. Just remember that I know every situation is completely different. And I would, love the opportunity to talk to you about your situation one-on-one so that we can figure out if it's a good time and put together a game plan that is going to get you, where you want to be, whether it's buying or selling, upgrading, downgrading, buying your first home, whatever it is, and we can come up with that plan regardless of whether or not, we decide it needs, the plan starts now or in 6 months or in a year. We can put together that plan and kind of know where we're going and what needs to happen to get there. So make sure you check out the 2 blog posts that I linked to in the description. And after I finish this live, I'm going to upload that graphic with the in the comments with the statistics that I talked about at the beginning of the live stream today. Make sure you, if you have any questions, the best way to get me questions is by message. Send me a message or a text to 240-587-1687, or just send me a message here on Facebook. But you can also comment. I just make sure you comment on the live feed on my business page and not a shared feed, because I might not see it if you do it that way. So definitely a message or text is best. Check out the blog post, send me a message with your questions, and also stay tuned because I am going to be going live to answer all of your financing questions very soon with Arlene Dean of First Home Mortgage, and we are going to break down all of the different loan types, what to expect, and what you need to be doing, whether you're going to buy now or sometime in the future, everything that you need to know and everything that you need to be doing to put yourself in the best position to buy a home. So look for that, and I will post an announcement as soon as we set the date and time for it. And again, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this informative, and talk to you soon and let me know how I can help. Have a great day. Thank you so much.